Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons systems online. All systems normal.
Pre-session talks really quickly before we get anywhere. We had this conversation last night in our Saturday session, and I just want to bring it to you guys as well. Um, I mean, we've only been going for, I think this is session 14 at this point, so it's not been too long of the campaign. But overall, like, if you have anything bad to say about the campaign, let me know. I don't want you to hold back punches. This is a free for all. And I have a P90 while you all have, rocket launchers. So, unload
To
all
be
the
fair,
rocket.
we're likely to be fair, us ourselves are more likely to kill ourselves with rocket launchers than we are to actually hit you. So
So,
No. We got some nice ghillie suits now, so I mean.
oh, that is true. Yeah, you got some sand ghillie suits that look like they might just dissolve in your hands. But in all seriousness, like I want to make it 100% clear that this is supposed to be fun for you guys, and maybe not as fun for me, but still, I want everyone to come out of these Sunday sessions having a good time. So if there's anything like if there's anything I can do to improve the game to be more maybe not challenging, but can include you further somehow or make it more fun or anything. Like if you guys have any suggestions right now, that would be great to get off your chest. Um whether it's just you guys aren't understanding something in the campaign, or if you would like a little bit more focus on this or something else. Like I just want to hear your guys's like suggestions, more or less, of how to make the game more fun, more inclusive, to get you further into the story.
I have one.
Yeah.
And it's the only one. Other than that, I'm having a blast with this. Everybody show up. I'm just kidding. I know life. It's a total joke. But seriously, I'm having a blast with this. I'm good.
Honestly, I kind of don't know where this is going story wise. Like, it does kind of it is kind of a thing where we're kind of just I don't want to say like just waiting for the next thing to happen, but that is kind of how it is.
Okay. I mean, so is there something you would like for, like, maybe not right now, but something to work towards in the long run of the campaign?
I would like I would like there to be like a solidified goal.
Okay.
Like, because we are kind of just doing our own things and waiting for someone to be like, hey, this is a job. We don't really have like an actual overall goal that we're going for. The situation as it stands right now is we're basically trying to make money while being under the eye of some powerful people who probably want us dead.
Got it. Okay.
Which is interesting, and I am still having fun with that. But like,
it doesn't feel like an overall something.
What are they doing?
Yeah.
Why do they want us dead? What did we get ourselves into? What vested interest do we have in stopping it? You know what I mean?
Okay.
And that last part, I think, is the key that's missing.
That might be something that we should probably at either some point or like one of these Sundays just sit down and have a brainstorming session of like what is the big end game goal that you guys would like to see happen, so that we can start having.
This is still supposed to be your story, like.
Yeah, but I mean,
for you to tell us.
Well, yeah, but I'm also not trying to, like, I've given you a city. I don't want to be like, oh yeah, but you can only take this train. I don't want to be GTA 3. I don't want to go, here's this entire city and you can only stay in this block for right now. This isn't a tutorial.
Look at that bridge. Oh yeah, no, it's blocked.
It's not. It's yeah. The bridge is currently being built, so you can't get across. Like, I don't want to steer you guys towards one thing while you guys secretly, or maybe not even secretly, want to go a different direction.
If I might if I may say something, Monty, I think you might be trying to say that like there's a lack of stakes.
I mean, I guess that's more a lack of stakes is definitely like a symptom of it, but it's also so what I'm trying to say is I'm not asking you to like, oh, give us like this one direction and one story, but what I am saying is that you can have your sandbox, but if you make it so open, then like there's you gotta give us a reason to move around the sandbox. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the missions is one thing, and that's kind of how it's just kind of been, but like yeah, like Vincent was saying, that's kind of low stakes reasons. We're going off to make money.
Yeah. Okay.
Not to say we need to start saving the world or anything.
Yeah, it's not.
But
like there seems to be like a lot of like really big players in the game, like these massive AI in this company that's kind of like watching over the stuff we do. But that feels very disconnected from what we're doing.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I'm picking up what you're putting down.
And then I'm not trying to be like, oh, you're shitty, Al.
No. I like, this is the point of having this conversation. I don't want you to coddle me. If you need to go, listen, I like the world, but your story is complete garbage and I don't know what's going on, say it. Like 100%.
I did not say that.
Well, no,
I think that.
but what I'm saying is, like, we've had this discussion in multiple campaigns with the main group that I play with. And there's been a few times where DMs have gone, well, you can say one bad thing, but you also have to say one nice thing. No. If you don't have anything nice to say, you don't have to say anything nice. You can just go, listen, I like this, but I hate this, this, and this, and this. And
no, like the
I'm
world
trying to
is
get
fun.
feedback.
And like
for
like don't get me wrong, like the world is fun. I enjoy the setting.
Yeah.
And I enjoy kind of like this kind of weird background I have for this character. But it also it is one of those things where it's like the mysterious parts of the story feel very disconnected from what we're doing. Like we don't have any stakes with the people, like the people who are watching us over on the rooftops. Oh, Vincent's character might have some stakes with one of those AI things, but that's, you know,
it seems like the stuff that's far off is way too far for you guys to reach for. Is kind of what I'm grasping from this.
Too far to interact with. Like it no, like it's so far away that it's basically not having any like pull on what we're doing.
Yeah. Okay.
I had a question on some of these spells.
Yeah.
It says like if you touch a willing creature, does that mean like can I touch one of you guys or?
Yeah, that would be like
okay.
touching one of your party members or like a pedestrian on the street who
I just didn't know if it was like an NPC or only or something.
No.
Touch a consenting adult.
Yeah, they just have to go, yes, no means no,
Just don't touch me in the wrong ways, okay?
Yeah, you can touch above the waist is fine.
It's part of his religion, okay? Just be respectful.
Adam, if there's anything you would like to say about the campaign that you would like to see fixed, quote unquote, I'm that might not have been the right word, but yeah.
No, criticism can be taken without like there being anything broken,
Yeah.
But I don't see anything wrong with your campaign. You do have a more movie-esque DMing style, and I think it might just be the flavor of this current session you're running.
I mean, having my first game be Cyberpunk 2020, I've always been for more of this feeling cinematic, like a cutscene switching between things or having the intro cutscene to this chapter of the game kind of stuff has always been my DMing style. And whenever I don't do that, it feels a bit weird to be like, oh, here's a new story element with any, like, if I was just to introduce you guys to a new NPC without having a cutscene of him interacting with the world or interacting with someone you guys knew beforehand, then it would feel awkward in my personal opinion. I have the movie and TV brain of like there has to be a prequel of them meeting with you or fought with you or some interaction with you guys or you guys from a omnipotent observational deck seeing what this character is doing before you actually meet him is how I've always played. But yeah.
Yeah, it's really fun. No, I don't think I don't have anything to say about your game, I don't think. I do see I do understand what Monty I do understand where Monty's coming from though, because we've played in much more directed campaigns in the past.
Yeah.
As far as like, I don't know, this is my first ever, and I know you guys are taking it like easy on me, but I'm having a good time.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to boil it down, but from what it feels like is just having more of a overarching story for you guys seems like might be one of the big problems, and having some of the stuff be more interactable than just being a cutscene item and then you guys never seeing it again or interacting with it again kind of seems like that might be one of the big problems that I need to work on. Yes? No?
I'm sorry.
I'm not sure about the second one. Possibly if you want to play with that, but like the item thing, I don't know.
Okay, if that's all everyone has to say about that.
No. What was your last question, Al? I'm sorry. I had to turn my.
Oh
volume
no,
up.
it was just from what I can see, it seems like the not even criticisms, but big suggestions are have more of an overarching story that you can kind of see where the path is going to, as well as having some of the more omnipotent things that seem to be floating around be more interactable or somehow being able to be accessed, kind of.
If I could condense like the thought down, it would be. No, that's about right. Yeah, it's give us a story direction or
Yeah,
something that like feels like it has like some stake to it. Yeah.
Yeah, well, like right now, it kind of just feels like we're like mercenaries that aren't like really together, but are together.
you're a
I don't know.
team, but you're kind
We
of
just first started our like we just got in the military. We're fresh out of boot camp. We have no clue where
yeah.
we're going.
It feels less like a cohesive unit and more loose knit, kind of.
Like individuals that are together.
Yeah,
Like we have like a world, but we don't have anything other than like happenstance that draws us together.
yeah. Okay.
Besides money
Money and happenstance.
Money.
and glory.
And
I mean,
vehicles.
you've more or less just boiled down the point of cyberpunk campaigns most of the time.
True. True.
Cyberpunk 2020, and I haven't really run Red, but from what I've seen, it's more so like, cool, here's an adventure you guys can go on. All right, adventure done. Here's money. Have fun. Go to your jobs now. Is there anything else
No,
anyone would like this? Oh, go ahead.
I was like, and that's fine. It's just like I'd like there to be like a
The-
connecting theme.
Yeah. You don't want to be a bunch of side quests. You want there to be a main quest that you can follow along as well.
Yeah.
Oh, I do have one thing that it's just something I've noticed all of my DM friends having. It's a common theme that everyone has in their games, and no one no one noticed until I started griping about it. There's way too many market segments.
Yeah, there's a
Just
reason.
everybody, every DM, and it's not even purposeful. It's just the characters want some stuff, and then everyone gets sucked into a 4-hour long shopping trip that continues on to the next session.
I'm glad you brought that up because I would like to let you know that the shopping segment has ended for now. I don't have any.
I was gonna say, like, I was gonna start trying in my games just any kind of shopping, unless it has to do with like super important characters. You know, we can do off screen in the DMs, because that's just a simple exchange of numbers.
Yeah,
And if you can even, like, if you make some inside jokes while you're doing this exchange of numbers, we can spotlight it on the next game, you know, as a quick little segment as we're warming up into it.
yeah. Like, I mean, the only reason why I like to do shopping segments here and there and not too often, like, if you guys enter a new area and you guys just want to go grab some, some ammo or whatever, I'm not going to have there be a new NPC that's generated for it just to be like, oh yeah, this is Jimbo and his entire story is blah 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 blah, because you're going to buy ammo from him once and not see him again. But also, I like my NPCs, at least the vendor NPCs, if you would call that, to at least, if not having a direct personal history with one of the characters, then at least have a usefulness so the party can go back to them and go like, hey, this guy was really good with psionic abilities, or this guy was really good with like spell casting components or stuff like that. Like, have them have a
Right.
purpose so the party can go, this guy is the best one that I know of, and then spread the word to their friends, like you did with the cyberware to Ike. I think you did that with Ike. I'm not sure, but like the way that
Did
the way that Harlow was like, oh hey Ike, I know a guy that knows guns. Here's his contact information, and then Ike sent that to Lucy, to Chowdini, like that kind of stuff. Is the reason why I like to have there be at least one shopping segment so that people know, oh, he's got a new gun. He must have gone to this guy, or hey, we have this military tech and we can't repair it because it's beyond our recognition. We can take it to this guy because he might know it. And if he doesn't know it, I know a fixer or someone that might be able to tool with it, kind of stuff.
I'll show you, Victor.
I think what they're
fix
getting
you.
at though is like,
One
we
moment,
keep
I'm
the
sorry, I just gotta
shopping
refill
down to
my
like
water.
2 episodes instead of like the 4. What was it, 4 or 5 that we just?
I think I think last episode would have been the 4th, but yeah, like that's the idea from now on is, unless you need to contact those guys for repairs, if you guys get credits incoming, then afterwards just DM me like, I would like to go find this, and then we'll do a few rolls in DMs and go, cool, you can buy it for this price, are you willing to, or do you want to haggle with it? And that stuff can be off screen from this point on, because we don't necessarily,
With that.
you guys met the car dealers, the cyberware dealers, the gun dealer at this point, and the Cabela's of this world, more or less. So you kind of have a wide variety of options, unless it's like someone goes, I want to go find some arcane, like psionic tech or something like that, because I want to multi-class into a psionic. Then that point we might bring that NPC in and have a bit of a shopping tirade, but it won't be nearly as long, because yes,
you had
I
to
also
go and
agree.
say that, huh?
Well, I say that because in this universe, at least, it's it also takes place in the same universe where I ran Stars Without Numbers, which is, there is no magic, it's just psionics. So that's why.
I want psionic implants.
Yeah, you're a robot, so that might not
Aw,
happen.
come on.
Aww.
You can have EMP psionic implants. There we go.
Come on. It's lame.
If
I'm
you
a
really want to,
person.
we could work it in. I actually, the more and more I think about it, I'm like, I might be able to actually get a way to work that in with the fully autonomous cybernetic construct character.
No, I'm just joking anyway.
Oh yeah, as far as the new items that we bought, I'm not sure like how to add them.
Oh, shoot. I forgot to add them from last session.
He'll add them later.
Do you mind
Okay.
if I add them between
no,
this
that's
session and
fine.
next session? Because I spaced that
That's
part
fine.
on my bad.
I kind of
100%.
figured this was like the setup for the next something or
Yeah, this is the next arc. And is that all we? That's all the points I have. That's the only thing I really wanted to get off before this. And like I said at the start, and I haven't said it in many sessions since then, but if there's something that you want to add to the game, or if there's something that you want to, like some lore, or if there's something you need clarified, or if you want to, like, hey, I have a concern about this, bring it up in DMs. If I'm not awake, I'll answer it when I am awake, when I do wake up. But I am always down for suggestions from players, as long as it's not, hey, I want a plasma, a BFG 9000 on my arm. That you might have to earn by doing some contracts.
Oh yeah, as far
Doing
as the
some
market thing, I was on the way back to hard deck, but I was stopping by the bike shop.
The bike shop, yeah. Which
I just want an Akira style bike. That's all I want.
Akira style bike?
Yeah.
Perfect, because I was going to say the big one that they would have is an Akira style bike.
Okay.
It is a hybrid. It uses it uses primarily electric, but it has a backup oil fuel generator that runs on plasma cells. The bike itself would run for 50K.
50K. What am
Yeah.
I at right now? Do you know?
That should be
You're
well
broke.
within your working budget with what you bought last week.
Well, hell yeah.
And then I'll have to tally that up at some point for your character. But yeah, that should be 100% in your.
Okay, we'll figure that out later.
Yeah. That stuff is all stuff we can work on later and find out.
I can just buy it online too.
As you are making your way back from the dealership to Hard Deck's place, you, as well as everyone else on the comm link, would all get a message saying that from Hard Deck that just says, I'm pretty sure I have a good idea of what we can do next. Meet back at the diner by tomorrow morning for breakfast. I'll have coffee ready. I think where we can go from here. With that being said, let's see. Give me a second here. Adam, you get this text as you are like maybe clean yourself off after the semi-boxing match that you just had.
Yeah, putting everything back in place internally.
Oiling your knees, with the little oil
Getting
can.
unjostled.
Yeah. Ensuring your
I-
hardware is all working correctly.
I will beeline it at a leisurely pace, straight to hard decks. I don't care that it's tomorrow morning. I'll loiter in front of the door all night.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a survival check, please.
Got
Well, that's the way that we do traveling here. Sorry.
to survive the streets in Neo Vegas. 19.
The mean streets of Neo Vegas. They'll spit you up and chew you out.
Some punk tried to shank me, but he broke his knife and pissed himself.
I'm surprised no one suggested going to casino. It is Vegas.
I mean, there are
I
small casinos, like maybe not every block, but almost like a Starbucks. There's
everywhere, basically.
There's like underground casinos if you have the right contacts and stuff like that. But yeah, the big, like the people that live here don't often have enough to go gamble away at the Golden Pearl or whatever. So they'll just buy lotto tickets or whatever most of the time.
But yes, I rolled a 19.
Yeah, you find yourself roaming the streets and rather unbusy. Like you seem to have maybe not the best luck, but out of all the crosswalks you've had to cross, there's like one red light out of all of them that you had to wait for. And even then the wait was like maybe a minute and then beep boop and you're able to walk across. Yeah, you get to are you going through the front entrance or the back entrance, if I might ask?
Back entrance. He called for
Oh.
me personally, so that's probably a back entrance thing.
Oh, you're going through the back door.
Mhm.
I heard some people like that.
Is that improper? Is that bad etiquette?
No, I mean
You
like
know, I'm new to all this fleshy stuff.
No, I mean like you've worked with him long enough that yeah, the back entrance for you is kind of just like second nature at this point. Like it doesn't seem that bad. Not to mention like at this point most of his workers do come through the back entrance, so he's just like, all right, whatever.
Dang.
He likes
Hard
hitting the
deck's
back
got a
door
high
lot.
traffic back door.
But yeah, as you get there, like you see as you get to the back entrance of the bar, you would see like a bunch of like containers, and you see Buddy and Hard Deck both moving these like a pallet's worth of like supplies into the bar.
Oh shit! I'll at the moment I step in and see that I go in to help. I'll just I do a passing hello as I reach for a box.
Yeah, like Hard Deck, maybe it's when he's coming back outside for the next box, he does see you and he's just like, bring him inside so he can close the door. And I mean, there's not much else. I might have a pretty sweet gig lined up for you. Don't get surprised by the employer though. Please. I don't want to make a big stake out of it.
I'm sure it will be interesting. I guess we'll have to wait though.
We might be going corporate pretty soon here.
Uh-oh.
Not in a necessarily a bad way.
You're selling out.
If we do that, it'll be us people are talking about when they say fuck corpos.
Not necessarily. It has a win-win to it. Almost. We're when the if anyone else shows up today, then we'll talk about it then. But tomorrow we'll get full details. As yeah, he tells you, and then back to as Buddy comes back out to like grab another, and at this point you see Buddy has bandages all over his face. There's like a few stitches on his shoulder as he's just quietly moving stuff in, and Hard Deck's like, we'll talk about it later, as he grabs another box, and you hear the clanking of bottles as he moves inside.
I'll give Buddy a firm hug. Just wordlessly give him a quick, firm hug and then pat him on the head. Good Buddy.
Give me a charisma roll, please.
Oh no. Charisma. Monty, are you cooking something?
I put
Sorry.
some garlic bread in the oven.
Oh,
Ooh.
okay. Smells like burn.
That was just the oven.
You are able to sense that he feels a bit awkward at first, but soon enough, like you feel his his arms wrap around you as he gives you a hug back. Thanks so much. Jesus, fucking nightmare lately.
Well, you're running another day. That's got to count for something, right?
He tells me the same thing. I don't get it really, but yeah, I guess. He lets go of you after a few seconds, realizing the hug might have gone on for a bit too long, and begins moving more, like grabbing another like giant box and moving it back in. Or do you just want to keep helping them unload, or?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'll be an NPC until morning.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you guys, what would have taken probably both of them an hour to unload and like put away, with your help, becomes 30 minutes max. As it just becomes easier for, okay, that box goes here, cool, bring that box downstairs and put that in the freezer or whatever.
Yeah, hold that thing for 30 minutes while we set this up.
Harlow, as you get this text from Hard Deck to reconvene at the bar tomorrow morning, they'll have food and drinks waiting. What are you doing? Cooking garlic bread with his new drone in his new van.
Yes.
Yo,
drone
the
is
toaster
accomplished.
oven is in the drone.
Oh my! It's a multi-purpose drone.
He can have steaming hot garlic bread whenever he wants, airdropped right to his mouth.
It fries enemies and it fries my bread too.
Didn't Adam also get that toaster upgrade so that I could always have pizza rolls on the run?
Yeah, but it's just like a 2-slot toaster oven. It's not an actual like oven that you can just easy bake cupcakes out of, you know.
Oh,
Right.
really?
Well, but I mean, cupcakes are huge. You can get a lot of pizza rolls on a little two-step.
No, it's 2 toaster slots. It's not an actual oven, is what I'm saying.
Okay, well then I'm gonna package them in
God, he's gonna make
aluminum so that they slide right in, and yeah. I'm gonna
Everything's
prep my
just
pizza rolls.
everything's just become the back of Adam is slowly going to become a bar that just opens up with air cooled because of the cryogenic cord. He's just gonna, yep, I'll just take some of that
Just
dry
some-
ice and put some
A
whiskey on
mobile
top.
gourmet
Yeah.
kitchen / gun factory
I punch and I serve.
/ mobile tank.
But yes, Harlow, as you get the text from Hard Deck, what are you doing?
Is it morning right now?
No, right now it's probably about 4:30 in the evening.
Harlow is probably getting. Wait, I did get the laser rifle, right?
Yes, you have the laser rifle. You had that. You got the laser rifle last night, and the only thing you don't have is the hand cannon. Your friend said that he would probably have that in the next day or two.
Gotcha. All right. Well,
But
that
the
is
drone
good.
and the vehicle have been refitted as well.
So at 4:30, I've basically spent this last bit of time going through disassembling and reassembling the laser rifle, make sure everything's spick, span, and clean. And then, yeah, once I get that text, I'm probably gonna head out. And I do apologize. Something really loud just started playing in the background. What was the text?
The text was he has more or less the gist of the text was he has a job lined up. The meeting will be tomorrow morning.
Oh, it's tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
All right. Then yeah, in that case, basic maintenance and getting. No, I don't have any lab equipment yet, so I can't do any of that stuff. So you're pretty much just sitting around, maintenance. Don't have much going on at the moment. Going through all the files I took for the missing lady that I can't remember the name of at this very second. Romani, Dr.
Yeah.
Romani.
Yep. Let me see. I'll let you play this a few ways. I'll allow
Also, is this just a basic laser rifle?
Yeah, just a basic laser rifle.
Okay.
I'll allow you to play this a few ways. Either an Arcana because it's dealing with the ethereal, which is kind of mystical at this point, a straight intelligence roll, or a history check to see if you can recall any of the notes from previous times you looked it over or heard things, trying to recall conversations from your parents.
Yeah, I'll roll history. 14.
Okay, yeah. I mean, the same thing with while it was in the lab. As you're piecing the notes together and like trying to find a proper sorting date, you're like some of these papers seem to coincide with things that your parents used to talk about when they were like picking you up from school or like just at home over the dinner table conversations.
It's been,
Like there's a
my Arcana would have been 21.
well, shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Yeah. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. You're
Like
right.
nothing's really jumping out to you, but you're realizing that a lot of these notes seem to be like just from the yellowing of the pages and the wording of everything and how it's more mystical than what it seems to be right now, of what the words in more recent notes seem to be. You're getting a sense that a lot of these papers might be older research notes that have just been reprinted or held on to for some reason, but a lot of
Yeah.
the words are coming to mind as things that your parents would have said to each other, but none of it's really like there's not enough.
I know the words, but the combination of them don't make sense to me
Yeah,
right
like
now.
there's not enough of a web to go, okay, this is actually properly starting to make sense, and I could get a general idea of what is happening here.
Well, I'll put it aside for now and I'll try again later. And then
Okay.
I think that'll be it for me for now.
You're just gonna
until,
NPC
tomorrow morning.
NPC mode
I'm
for the
just
rest of the
gonna
night.
NPC
Okay,
Yep.
okay. Ike Talon,
Yep.
as you get the same text messages as everyone else about the job and meeting tomorrow morning, what are you doing at this time? It's currently about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Well, I'm walking back to my house because I just got done at the motor vehicle place, getting it registered and everything.
Oh yeah, the
So that I can
DMV. I
drive
forgot
it.
about that.
Yeah. So everything was getting sorted, and now I'm heading back home.
Okay. Is there anything you want to do specifically at home, or just kind of NPC slum it out for a bit?
No, I want to look on the internet for more modifications and such for the car.
Okay. Yeah. As I
About
stated,
that list that we went over.
yeah, that the list that you sent over for things that you were like searching for, you found a general website for the model of car that you have that just has like more or less like here's links to extra places if they don't sell it themselves. But yeah, a lot of the modifications you can buy from this website itself. Give me a second to pull up that list real quickly. Oh, that's quite back, isn't it?
Probably.
Yeah, okay.
It was last week's list.
Oh my goodness, why? So for a body kit to make it more like what you have in the picture, that would be about 20,000 before installation. For the rest of the parts, that stuff is a bit cheaper. Altogether, you're looking at about maybe 10,000 for all those pieces and installation fees as well.
So 30,000 for all the pieces and installation, and plus like another 5 for the body kit for
It would
installation?
depend on the shop that you went to get the body kit installed, but yeah, they like both websites offer to ship it to either your place or to like a shop where you can bring the car in and they'll work on it. There's a shop, maybe roll me a 1D100, please. There's a body shop like a block away from you that they can ship to.
And it's a good body shop?
Yeah, reviews out of this world. It's surprising that you didn't know about them beforehand, but looking at like the images of the quote unquote garage. Like you've seen the building before, it just doesn't look like a garage, but all the pictures of the interior facilities look like super high tech, and like they're working on military trucks and stuff like that. But yeah,
So
reviews are all
they're
good.
doing all the like engine modifications too. They're out of this world.
Yeah, like all the reviews that you're reading over, skimming over the reviews, all of them are like 5 stars. The ones that are like 1 star is car wasn't working, and then there would be a reply like, yeah, that's because you bought the wrong part, dum dum, but we still installed it.
Okay, I'd like to order all them parts and get it sent to that shop.
Okay, yeah. Take away 30K from your character, and then you get after about 2 minutes, you get an email saying that your parts will be delivered by the end of tomorrow, and the body shop will have a notification for when to bring the car in.
Wait. And then after that, yeah, I'd just pizza roll NPC it.
Okay.
Just sort of browsing, looking at other things on the car and looking up
YouTube videos, space tube videos.
looking at Harlow's specs on his vehicle too, so I can get to know it more for the next thing that's gonna happen.
Okay, yeah, I'll send you both. I'll send you both like detailed specs of the interior of the car and draw it out for you guys as well, so we can actually have like a proper map for that stuff. Chaldinius, after buying your Akira style bike, what color would you like it to be as you're buying it new from the dealership? Just the same old red with livery logos on it?
Yeah.
You got to
I
go for the
wanted,
classic.
yeah, I gotta go for the classic, authentic. Yeah,
Okay.
going with that.
So, the guy at the dealership asks you if you just want it like delivered to your address. They can drive it to your address, or they can drive it somewhere else for you since you already came in on a bike.
Yeah, I want to have it delivered to Hard Decks because I'm on my way. I'm gonna be on my way there.
Okay, yeah. They tell you that it will take them about an hour to get it to hard decks. They gotta make sure that it's good coming out of the shop, give it a full like more or less checkup before letting it out of the deck out of the shop. But they tell you it will be about an hour, maybe an hour and a half at the latest for it to be delivered there. I'm assuming you're going to make your way to towards hard decks now.
Correct.
Okay. Roll me a survival check, please. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Just because it's about 5 p.m. now, like it just turned 5 p.m. Like traffic is starting, like the after work traffic is starting to get over. But after about an hour yourself, you finally are able to get the hard decks. You see the back door. Are you coming through the back door, or are you parking in the front?
I'm gonna probably get through the back.
Okay, yeah. As you like get into the alleyway that's leading to the back door, you would see Adam, Harddeck, and Buddy all like bringing the last few crates from this pallet into the bar.
Okay.
At the same time, Adam, you hear the rumble of a motorcycle coming down the alleyway, and as you like are picking up the last box, other than the one that Buddy is gonna grab, you would see Chaldinius with this triple holographic spiked helmet riding on more or less a Harley Davidson bike as he comes into the alleyway.
A Harley Davidson, but it's an Akira bike.
No,
it's not my
he's
bike,
not
it's Hard
riding
Decks.
this is hard deck.
Oh. Okay. I'll see him come in, and then I'll turn my head to the other room. Hard deck, your wheels are back. Monty, your mic's.
Yep, I'm
bad.
sorry. I'm sorry. So going to the meat spot.
No, this is just this is the same night that you're NPCing it. You're vegging it out right now.
Okay.
But yeah, Chowdinius, you would see Hard Deck like back a few steps in the doorway to look at you and just give you a nod before walking back into the bar.
Okay.
How
Well, I'm
was the
gonna.
ride, Chowdinius?
Well, I take off my ridiculous helmet. Oh, she runs like good. She runs like butter, man. This it's loud, but you know, everybody sees that you're there or hears that you're there. It's pretty nice. So I take off my
Sure.
helmet and like smoke billows out of it.
You got a blunt in there.
Yeah.
I need it for my
And then
hair.
I go ahead and hand Adam a blunt as well, even though I know he cannot smoke.
I have this headcanon that Adam has a compartment filled. It's like an old cigarette compartment, but now he
Yeah.
has all the blunts that he's been handed by Chowden.
Well, spiders are coming out of there.
Yeah. The
No, he
spider's like
keeps it clean. It's
okay.
they're his emergency blunts for when you're out. He'll hand one back to you, and you'll
There's
be
no-
like, "Oh, just when I need it."
there's no spiders, only roaches.
Only roaches.
I like that.
I see what you did there, funny man.
Oh, it's quite a good joke indeed.
Oh, indeed.
Release the hound.
Gave me a good harumph.
And then, hey man, do you know if those nice suits arrived for us yet, or are they still on their way?
I haven't heard. I did not remember to ask.
All right, sweet. Okay, thought I'd just ask.
We'll probably hear about it tomorrow.
True. All right, well, I'm gonna go check on the progress of my AI.
Ooh.
What
So you
the
have
was
fun
that?
stacking boxes, Adam.
Wait, you actually you're working on an AI. Is it sentient yet?
I don't think so. It's just a babe.
Could I meet it?
Maybe when she's a little older. Creepy.
What?
She's only 5 hours old. Come on, calm down.
That's not.
Cut the umbilical cord already.
I understand, though. As
The AI
As-
age of consent is
as,
10 hours old.
no, as synthetic life myself, I recommend immersing herself among her people. As sparse and varying as we are, she needs to know what she is.
Well, that's Aurora's there, you know, looking after her too. But like, it's okay. I don't need too many, you know, kings on the chessboard, if you know what I mean.
Sure, I understand your poorly constructed metaphor. Have fun.
Okay. Oh, he's creepy.
He is a
Oh,
robot.
I'm a robot. It's different people.
But anyways, I'm gonna go in. Have
You're
fun.
creepy.
No, he's just high. There's a difference. Yeah, as you head inside, like you would see in the back, there's a bunch of boxes that have been like opened and half the contents have been moved out. A lot of them are like just booze bottles or like food packaging itself, you would see hard deck coming from around the corner that leads towards the bar. Oh, Jardinius, there's a package waiting for you.
Oh, snap. And I want to walk to one of those boxes, specifically a booze box, and then
Yeah,
lift up a nice bottle of beer, and then I gesture to Hard, just like giving him a, like, hey, can I have this?
yeah,
But
he
without
just
saying that,
yeah, he
but
just
just
nods
nodding.
it, like he just nods his head towards you. He's like, "Yeah, I just came in, you know. We can just tell them that there is a bottle missing from the box. They won't know."
Okay. Stealing it.
I'll have
Okay,
to
well, I
tell
pop it, take a
I'll have
swig.
I'll have to tell you guys the one time that I actually got an entire bottle of Saka Elite. Uh, I believe it was 3005. Oh, top tier stuff, and they sent me another box for free. Oh boy, I think probably my most profitable heist of my life so far.
All right, well, thanks for the bottle, Hard Deck. I'm gonna go. Point me in the direction where package, this package showed up.
Oh, it's on the counter. I left it to the I left it next to the port. It's still open for you to jack in. I believe Aurora mentioned that she's just helping. I think she's just finishing up with your AI now. I don't think she's chosen a name for herself yet, so you might want to help her with that part.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to the package, unless it's still not my turn.
No, it's still on you. Yeah, you see the package. Did you take the blades with you, or did you also have those sent with with the with the suits?
I think the suits were the only thing that was sent, and the motorcycle. I think
Okay,
the
yeah.
guy did it all there.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, you would see on the counter next to the little popped open port that you were jacked into earlier is a box that hasn't been touched that just has a giant label that just says to uh Lucian Chaudinius, sender blah 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 blah.
Okay, gonna pop this bitch open. I'll just use my hands. My blades are a little like too crazy for this
Yeah.
little box.
Use a plasma blade and the box just burns down completely. As you open the box, like the first thing that greets you is just with the light overhead blind shining in, it's just like you're looking at molten gold is what it looks like. But you eventually do see the shimmer of what looks like it's supposed to be sand in this box.
Ooh, ooh. Is it the ghillie suits? Is
Yeah,
it the ghillie suits?
you would
Oh
recognize that they're
yeah.
the ghillie suits from the shop that you were at earlier.
Okay, I'm buzzing everybody right now, saying that our matching suits have arrived for desert combat if we ever need it. Group chat.
Every
Send.
everyone receives uh like a few seconds later, everyone, including Adam, who is right behind like the wall across, gets a text message saying the babies are in. Do you send a picture too, or no? You're just leaving it in suspense for them.
Oh yeah, I'll snap a picture too. Yeah, it's a good idea.
So Ike and Harlow and Adam too. You would all get a text message saying the suits are in with like 15 exclamation points and one in the middle of them afterwards. And then you would see what looks like a picture of a cardboard box, and inside, at first, it would look like molten gold in the box. and then looking at the picture a bit closer, you would see what looks like grains of sand almost in it.
You just hear from the other room, Adam, like, quote unquote, under his breath, wonderful.
Ike responds, "Nice. I'll be down in a little bit."
Harlow responds with, "Bro, I'm eating garlic bread right now from my van. Pretty good."
I'm sorry. I just no.
I'm feeling garlic. Ah.
Oh, this garlic bread is really good.
But is it still night or is this the next day? I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is like right now. It's about 6 o'clock at night.
Yeah, getting closer.
And I was distracted. What was your message?
It was just a message.
Matching suits are here, and I sent a picture, and they are sand ghillie suit. I got you one. You were
In
gone,
the
but
picture,
I
it
got
just looks like grains.
Oh, I
of gold.
appreciate it.
Yeah,
That's gonna be
Just a
interesting.
box of sand.
Are we going out into the wastes?
I don't know, but if we are, we're ready.
I'm glad, and I hope we don't. I really hate it out there. Last time
Okay.
I went out there, I had sand in places I didn't know I had.
Well, you know what they say about sand. It's coarse and rough, and it gets everywhere. Unlike you.
I knew
All right.
you wanted.
Yeah. Adam, you would get this picture as well. I'm assuming that you just set down like the last box. Buddy is closing the door behind you.
I just get the text. It pops up in my vision for a little bit, and it's just, if a robot could sigh, that's the sound he would make. And that's when he's just like, "Ah, wonderful."
Great.
Yay.
Clothes aren't necessarily easy for me.
You say that?
You know,
Are you saying that to
we-
Chowdinius?
No, I'll it pops up in the chat.
he prefers decorative magnets.
He texts it. He'll just text it.
Decorative
He's
magnets.
passive aggressive.
He'd rather be camouflaged in magnets.
Magnets wouldn't hurt you?
Not with his new armor. Not really.
Oh, I mean, well
It wouldn't
then we can
stick.
just.
It wouldn't
we
stick
can
to
just-
the new armor.
Oh, wouldn't stick to the. Oh, okay.
We can
Well,
use
we'll just-
magnets to stick it to you.
Yeah.
Ceramic. What?
Ceramic.
They make ceramic magnets now, don't they?
I'm not sure that's how magnetism works.
Well, let's get
I don't know.
Super
Decorative
cheap
magnets.
3M tape. I mean, it's probably like 12M tape now. But anyway, just double stick that, and then put the ghillie suit on that. Good. We're good.
It's just, I imagine he puts that in the chat, and there's just a moment where multiple people are typing.
Yeah. Chowdinius is typing. Chowdinius and Ike Talon are typing. Chowdinius, Harlow, and everyone is typing.
Tape's a thing.
And then he'll quickly look. I'll wear it, but it
Just get some flex.
probably
just
won't
get some
be
flex
effective.
seal.
It'll work. It just won't. It probably won't be that effective.
We should have just got stencils for you and just spray painted.
Just a permanent spray paint.
Oh, you break my mechanic Mike's heart.
No, Mechanic Mike.
They do make temporary spray paint, like washable,
Dude,
like
Plasti Dip.
more or less.
Welcome to
but-
Dip My Car.
Yeah, I watched that guy. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah, me too.
Like Hanai tattoos.
Yeah, like I mean, it's just like
They're
shoulder
only there
tattoos
for,
where
like,
it's
a
just
day or
like
two.
you can wash it off after you're done. They're scratch resistant and stuff like that. But yeah, they do make like washable spray paint now. It is the future. We've come 2 steps further in technology. It's not a lot, but hey, We did the best we could. We made super glue, but we called it super duper glue.
Called it Uber glue.
Ooh, yeah.
Uber glue.
Uber glue.
Oh, the pieces missing out of there. Just go over to super duper glue. That'll have you.
Yeah, my name is Klaus. Welcome to Uber Glue. How can I help you? We have Uber Glue for your walls, Uber Glue for your shoes, even Uber Glue for your for your car. Yeah, it's amazing.
Your name's Blake. What do you got? The Uber glue.
Yeah. Or if your engine is not working, just pour some Uber Glue inside. It will work fine. I promise.
We even have Uber glue in the Krankenwagen.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Oh my goodness.
Then you have Sov glue, which is just Soviet glue. It's an empty bottle. We tried to. Yeah, comrade. We tried to make the glue too. Did not work.
Instead, we make solvent.
We made bottle.
My favorite drink.
Soviet anti-glue.
Drink. Oh, I have Mountain Dew coming out of my nose.
Good.
Ooh, that hurt.
Good.
But yeah, Chaudinius, as everyone is typing back to Adam, the suits feel like silk until you like at first when you just have your hand like perfectly still on it, it feels like silk. And then once you start rubbing, then it feels like sandpaper rubbing against your hand.
Okay.
Because it's sand ghillie suit, get it?
Yes, the sandpaper. It feels so good.
You feel like it would not be good to wear in bed.
Well, that is a conclusion I've come across.
Yeah. The sandpaper suit stays on in bed, lady. No.
You just wait till I start getting their catalogs, all right? And then I'll get the forest ghillie, the city ghillie. All right, we're gonna be all good.
Everyone goes to Chow Denise's apartment. It's just he opens a closet, a walk-in closet. It's just every type of ghillie suit. And I got the space ghillie suit. I've got the noir ghillie suit. That one comes in real handy later on.
I've got the underground.
Yeah.
The Renaissance ghillie suit.
I've got the death ghillie suit too. I mean, I don't know if I'm ever going to be dead, but if I do, I want to be wearing that.
This one is perfect for hiding in a mountain of corpses.
I should just talk to the company and see if we can get bulk orders of,
Just every type
maybe
of
a
ghillie
deal or
suit.
something. Yeah, bulk deal.
But yeah, your suits are in front of you. Like I said, the port's open. You can still smell coffee brewing at this point. It smells like it's maybe a little bit burnt. It might have been on the cooker for a little while here. Is there anything else you would like to do? Chowdini.
I think I'm good. I just want to actually contact just Aurora and talk to her about how our little AI is growing.
Do you want to jack into the system or just gonna like
Am I able to just like
text her?
talk? Yeah, text her.
Yeah.
virtually.
She also has like her own like this place is connected to her.
Exactly.
Well, she runs a subnet, I should say. So like yeah, you can just text the subnet number itself and then she can respond to it.
Yeah, basically just how's it going?
You get a text back saying just giving you like basic diagnostics. She's 95% done. Right now, Aurora is running her through some attack programs just to sharpen the blade, quote unquote, she says. Other than that, she's already
Okay.
made her own avatar. and she's already began making her own malware attack for anyone that tries to attack you, you know.
Okay. Cool.
After
So
you
she doesn't. Oh, does she need me at all right now? That's what I want. Like, do you need me?
you would get an image of like, imagine Adam but a more feminine figure. It looks like she's wearing like a battle skirt, like a regular skirt, but like overlapping plates of iron or armor of some sort all around it. And behind her, it looks like there's floating blades. Each of them has a giant, like, ornate hilt of gold, and emblazoned in the center of the hilt, where the hilt meets the blade, would be a five-starred a five-pointed leaf that's bright green.
Oh yeah, I know what that symbolizes.
Other than the text afterwards would just say, other than the name, she's ready for inloading into whatever machinery or program you would like.
Okay. Well, I just want her. I don't know. Can I just load her up into my cyber deck? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
I mean, as a hacker, you would have like memory storage, like slots. Most hardware nowadays, most Nero hardware does have memory slots that you can chip into. So yeah, you could just like put her into your memory bank on your person, and then yeah, she would just be there as like a, think of it like a active defense against other hackers and stuff like that.
Go Pokemon.
Okay. Cool. Well, yeah. So, does she need to download her to some chip so I can install her, or
Yeah,
do I need to jack in for that?
Aurora would ask if you wanted her to put the AI on a like a SD card or something like that, or if you would rather just have her in your internal memory bank, so that way she's always there. You don't have to pull her out or anything like that.
Yeah, internal, and I wanna text her the name. Is
Okay,
that
yeah,
cool?
yeah.
Yeah, so I want her to be named Sativa.
Of course.
Cool.
It was either that or
I am
Mary
not
Jane.
surprised.
Or Indica.
Oh, that would be good too. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Aurora just texts back. Please, Jack. Please plug in here, and you would see the port where you had plugged in earlier, like a blue ring surround it, almost highlighting it. As you would get a lax text saying Sativa awaits your inload.
Roger that. I liked her wording there. She didn't slip up like hard deck saying jack in. All right. Well, anyways, yes, I'm gonna go ahead and take the port out of my arm and shove it right into the console.
Yeah, like maybe half a second afterwards, you would see like a progress bar as downloading file. And then after a bit, you would hear in your head, Sativa awaits further commands, sir.
All right, just play defense right now. Just chill.
Understood.
Give me advice when I need it.
Understood. And then yeah, you now have Sativa on your person. I'll write a character sheet and give her some attack spells that she could. I'll give you a list of like attacks commands that you can give her, and then she'll have her own character sheet. And as you level, she'll
Cool.
level up as well.
Cool. All right. Well, I think that wraps up my turn.
Adam, after the ridiculous mess of that text and the pictures and everything, Hardtech just looks at you and goes, "Well, you didn't have to, but thanks for the help. Is there anything else you need right now, or just here to help out?
I You sent a message and my schedule was free, so I I thought to just stand by here.
Oh, I mean, sure, if you want, that's fine with me. I don't mind. I mean, there's not a lot going on until tomorrow morning, but if you want to know the gist of it, my my brother's company is having a hard time securing a contract. We're going to pull a little bit of work that will get us an in with his company, kind of set things right and build a further relationship, if you will. And on top of that, we'll be making some cash on the side.
Well, I am sure the rest of the group will be excited to hear this news.
I genuinely hope so. Um, Beyond that, I don't really have a lot more going off of. Uh, I don't really have a hand in this game right now, so to say.
Oh, what do you have no control?
He's handling the majority of the operation. He sent it to us as a gesture of, he said goodwill, quote unquote, but to him that could mean anything as much as I need you for help or this is going to be a partnership. But if it gets him off our back, then I'll take it, frankly.
I see. Just don't sell any souls away.
I wouldn't dream. Although you wouldn't have to worry anyway, would you?
No, but I've grown fond of my organic companions.
I'm glad you're getting along with at least one of the teams then. I mean, if you want to just chill out here, I can have Aurora run some diagnostics on you or whatever, but it's just going to be me putting away supplies and then taking a nap before tomorrow.
You don't need to worry, Hard Deck. You just keep doing your thing. You'll forget I'm even here.
Got it. I'll try.
And then he'll uh as Hard Deck's doing his stuff throughout the night, if we are actually time skipping to morning, Adam just cleaned the bar top to bottom.
Spit, left it nice and polished, shining.
Yep. He did what he was built to do.
Is there anything else anyone else would like to do the night before? Or do we want to just time skip to the morning?
I think I'm good.
I'm fine with time skipping.
Jardinius? Time skip?
Yeah. Well, um, I did have a question. Aura said that like everything was complete or whatever.
Yeah.
Does Sativa have any like emotion yet? Like emotional, like I guess what can I say?
Not really.
Expressiveness.
Aurora would have told you before you left the bar that that is all learning behavior. She'll have to learn that from primarily you as the owner, but also through what you feed her. So if you're watching TV and you're watching sad movies, then she'll learn the over time, over a period of time, she'll learn how to fully understand like emotions, and then eventually she'll be a sativa at some point will have enough awareness of these emotions that she'll be able to read your mood, and if you have auto injectors, be able to automatically supplement like different hormones to balance out your brain if you would like that, so you're never feeling too sad or too happy or anything like that. Along with that as well would be Sativa would eventually gain enough of the knowledge to understand and be able to understand if you want to be spoken to during times of anger or no. And then based off of that,
Jeez.
if you give her only war films to watch, then she is going to primarily be an attack dog of an AI. Like it's going to be always attack
Well,
or always defend.
okay. Okay. I might have to private message you, like to ask some questions about it later. But
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
don't want to do it right now. I don't want to do it right now. That's fine.
Oh,
Curious.
Your mic was
talk
getting a
about a
bit
huge.
your mic was getting a bit
Sorry.
cutty there. But yeah, just throughout the week, if you have questions or if you ever have questions, just DM me them, and then yeah, I can answer them about the AI and give you like pointers of like, okay, she's at this point understanding these emotions at this point, kind of thing.
Got it. All right.
That's a huge biohack, though. You can just be like, Sativa, put me in Terminator mode, and she just like turns
I
off
mean,
all of your emotional responses.
especially Harlow and Ike would know this, but like that is the entire point behind corp security is they can just go there's an attacker and the commander can just like press a button and everyone gets a giant shot of adrenaline and then adrenaline mode kicks in and wartime happens.
I just imagine it as like a Steam or a Stream Deck where it's a bunch of sliders or something.
Yeah, just
Or like
press
a
a
mixer.
button. Angy mode.
Oh wait, I did have another question. Like in history, has there ever been two AIs in one single person or anything?
Make me either a history check or a straight intelligence roll.
Hmm. Sounds like you have some classified information there, Sonny boy.
What was it? Intelligence or history? You said.
Yeah, intelligence or history.
26.
Oh yeah. Like it's not often, but there have been whether it be like everyone's seen or at least heard of like what is called the Godwalker of machines. Giant like standing robots that were made for combating the UEF and other alien forces before the technographers took over the system. Those, if a pilot died either from like natural cases or just too much adrenaline and then their heart just kind of explodes, there have been recorded moments of people not actively seeking it but accidentally getting like two AIs controlling them at once and then becoming a puppet for the AIs. Most of the time it's ended up with one AI absorbing the other or one like getting ejected out into like the net more or less. Um there have been like one or two cases of pilots themselves having two different systems, one for pilots and like commanders having one for wartime AI and then one for like peacetime AI. There's been one recorded case of a single person having two aggressive AIs. He slaughtered the battlefield that he took place in. His name has not gone down in history. He's kind of a black sheep of the technographers. But at one point in time, there was a person who had two AIs, went into a battlefield, destroyed almost everyone of the opposing force, and when they retreated, went and turned on his own forces and slaughtered them as well. The technographers left the planet at that point, and no one knows if he's still alive or not. But most times, if anyone does have two AIs, it's two different systems. It's like it's aggressive AI for battle, and then like a peaceful AI or negotiator AI for out of battle kind of stuff. So
Got
yes,
it. Got it. It is possible.
it is possible.
Slim chance. Slim
a lot,
chance.
yeah, a lot of
Insanity ensues.
yeah,
or one dies.
a lot of times, it's not ended up well for the person who's done that. It like their life expectancy drops down dramatically. Um, like it's just overall not good for the health of the person overall, I should say.
How about an AI being schizophrenic? 2 personality.
I mean, like there are like with
Let's not talk about Project Gemini.
there are AIs that have multiple personalities, but that's also for different types of operation. Like,
Gotcha.
yeah, it's like the bigger AI, the greater, as they're called, and as you would know them, the greater AI have been known to operate many different things at once. So they always have multiple personalities controlling different things, but never like one AI in one person with like 2 personalities. It's most usually like different operational modes, but the same personality controlling.
Got it.
Do you have any other questions about AIs? Would you
No,
like to know
that's-
more? Here's some more articles you might be interested in. The Great AI War of 2192.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm just gonna eat some top ramen and chill.
Okay. So, everyone wakes up, including Hard Deck. Adam, you are there um when Hard Deck like pulls into the back alley. You would hear the motorcycle goes as Hard Deck comes in, like gives a two finger salute to you and begins making coffee and chugging that down as he starts firing up the grill.
Grill's all fired up. Adam's behind the bar, just cleaning a glass like a bartender would. You know, he's got the grill warming up ready as soon as he heard him coming in. He's gonna help him make breakfast for the crew.
Yeah, as he begins like pouring himself, like when I say a mug, think about like a thermos size mug, pouring himself a mug of coffee and just like sipping on it. Okay, so the other people shouldn't be here for an hour, so I don't know when my brother's arriving. Trying to think. I don't know what to make for breakfast for all of them. I think omelets would be a bit.
Plenty of food.
Well, yes, we just got a shipment. I don't know. Hash browns and gravy, maybe? I don't know. What do you think they'd like? You work with them more than I do.
Would you consider the upcoming meeting to be filled with tension or stress?
I mean, did you tell any of them of who you guys are meeting or no?
No.
Yeah, there might be a bit of stress. Probably.
I recommend pancakes.
Pancakes.
And eggs,
Absolutely.
at least.
Pancakes, eggs, and bacon.
Did someone say bacon?
I won't
You're
wait.
just sleeping in the basement.
Yeah, he's just
I'm
sleeping at the
in
bar.
couch. I'm on the couch.
He's integrated into the security system, so he's hearing what's
never
going
left.
on, even though
He
he's
just
asleep.
detaches from his socket in the wall.
Yeah. You didn't notice him because he painted himself to look like the wall. He just molds off and like, whoa!
The couch folds in.
Johnny English strikes back moment. Yeah.
My blunt's already
In-
lit.
In all
I don't
in
need
all of my
coffee.
research of humankind and families, all good morning depictions are shown to have waffles or pancakes.
Mm.
I
Fair.
feel as though this will soften any blows that might come to us.
I don't think we're gonna get in a fight, but
You never know.
can you make pancakes? I can get on the eggs and
I
bacon.
I can most certainly try. They just need be circular, right?
The circular, flip them over, make sure that both sides are golden. We're good.
All right.
Keep them in the oven so that they don't, get soggy and cold.
Don't you have sensors that can detect internal temperatures and you can Google it, in your head?
There is a first time for everything, Adam says as he goes to grab the ingredients. Obviously, he's also
You're not a cooking
giving.
robot. I mean,
Well, no, he used to be a butler,
Yeah, he used to be. That there is a reason why
so
he is
he's
a butler
obviously
robot.
just giving. Yeah, he's obviously just giving hard deck shit. Can you cook pancakes? What do you think? Anyway,
Chaudinius, as you wake up in the back of the bar and you hear them and you spout in your 2 cents about the conversation as you come up to the bar, are you also taking a mug of coffee or?
yeah, I'm taking some coffee with my
Okay.
blunt for sure.
As
And did I overhear them saying that about who we're meeting and stuff, or
give me a, I'm going to have you give me a perception check at disadvantage since you are waking up at that point in time.
okay.
So roll it twice and lower number.
Yes, yes, yes. Perception.
This might hurt you more than it hurts me. Ooh. Well, you know what?
Did not
It
percept.
it doesn't make difference between the two rolls. It was a bit low anyways. You heard something about the meeting, but you didn't hear about who. Like it's the waking up grogginess. You remember them talking about it and kind of being hush hush. But by the time you were like fully like aware of the situation, they had already moved on to talking about what they're gonna cook for breakfast.
You know what? I heard it, but I'm not gonna ask questions.
As
I'm just gonna trust
as you
Adam.
begin sipping your coffee, you would get a plate put in front of you of 2 pieces of bacon and some eggs. As Hard Deck looks at you and just goes, "Well, the pancakes aren't ready yet, but I'm sure Adam's working on that." As the camera cuts to Harlow, waking up in his apartment.
Big
Harlow, what are you doing?
yawns. Where's the meeting again? I'm checking my texts.
It just says at the bar. Breakfast and coffee will be served.
Our decks then. And I will make my way there, as I am very hungry and desire this bacon.
Roll me a survival check to. Actually, no, this is early enough in the morning you wouldn't have to worry about it. Yeah, it will take you about 10, 20 minutes to get there. As you are getting there, you would see on the counter a plate full of pancakes and another plate with bacon sprinkled atop a mountain of eggs. And behind the bar, still cooking, is Adam and Hard Deck. And Chaudidius at the other side is currently sipping coffee, a joint out of the other side of his lips from where he's sipping coffee at.
Coffee, eggs, bacon. I'm loading up a plate.
Ike, as you wake up, it is the day of the meeting. What are you doing as you wake up?
Ike remembers the text of yesterday, and he wakes up early because he didn't have too many pizza rolls and drinks the night before. So he's gonna jump in the shower and then just casually stroll down to the bar.
Okay, yeah. Again, same thing. 5 to 10 minutes later, you're at the bar. It's not that far of a walk from your apartment. your studio.
Yeah, I
apartment,
didn't
should
think
say.
it was worth driving the car.
Yeah, exactly. It's far enough away that walking there is kind of not that big of a chore for you to go. I need to drive the car today. I need to warm her up or anything. As you get there, same thing. You now see Harlow's. Harlow, are you sitting with your back to the door, or are you sitting on the side near the wall?
Sitting on the side.
Okay, yeah. So you would see Chaldinius and Harlow on the side, plates full of food, both with a mug of coffee. And behind the counter, again,
My guy.
why can you not?
Were you clicking on the right guy?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm clicking on him. I had to make a new one.
Make a new one. Actually, those two are dead. Oh no, can I not control? Uh-oh. Oh no, I can't. Good. Bye-bye. Put yourself in positions of where you are at, please. Can you two control your guys? Chaldinius and Ike?
Yeah, I'm just starting to come in the entrance.
Chaldinius, can you move your guy? Or do you need me to move him? Perfect. Yes, so Ike, as you come in, you would see Chaldinius at the far end of the bar, Harlow sitting quite near the corner, and two like platters full, one full of pancakes, the other full of eggs and bacon getting shoveled on top by Hard Deck, and two pots of coffee on the counter.
Arlo,
Both
what's
smelling-
going on, buddy?
Harlow is dead. He died.
Sorry,
of-
I climb. I
He
climb
died of
up
too much
on the
bacon.
seat.
I
of the
was
bar.
thought we
I
were
get
still getting
seat-
organized.
I'm a seat away from Harlow. Harlow, what's going on, buddy?
I put down a case on the bar table and open it up and show off my new laser rifle. Got this bad boy waiting for a hand cannon.
Nice. That looks like it's gonna do some good work.
Increased range, although I can't dual wield them, so my shots will it'll be half the shots. Does a bit
What's
more
the
damage
word?
though.
What's the word on the vehicle and the flying thing?
All set up. And also, hard deck's here.
Well, that's why I said flying. I mean, I'm saying it quietly. Hard deck's way out there.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna look over at Hard Deck and Adam cooking, putting stuff on platters and a plate, and I'll scream across to Hard Deck, "Hey, can you make me an omelet?"
Just looks at you and like rubs at his temple for a second. You don't have to yell. What do you want inside? Just chives, garlic, onions. What are we talking?
Onions, chives, bacon, and ham.
Part of me wants to say he pulls out a can of ham and opens it up. It says it expired in 1945, which is 2 centuries ago at this point.
Oh no.
No, he pulls out like a bin from a fridge down below, takes out like a slice of ham, throws it on the grill, slides it back in. You would see him begin making an omelet. Any other special requests from you guys?
Nope. I am just gonna chow in. What is this job, by the way?
Oh, whenever my brother gets, well, yep. Whenever my brother gets here, he should be bringing the information with him.
Excuse me, your what?
My brother.
The guy we killed.
Why were we not informed that he was going to be here?
Probably because we could
Is
have.
this your other brother?
No, this is not Baldric. He's a bit harder to get a hold of. He fights on the frontiers right now. At least last I heard. He might be coming back soon. That'd be great to have a family reunion. Actually, it wouldn't be. Never mind. That would be horrible, quite frankly.
So which brother is it? The one that we killed just a couple
Yes,
days ago,
the
or
one
the
that
other
you
one?
the one that you killed the other day ago.
Yep,
As-
the one we. Yeah.
As he states this, you would all hear the door open and heavy boot fall hit the floor and then stop as the door closes behind him.
Turn head over. Good thing I have the rifle out.
You would all see codename Banshee standing at the doorway. Well, I didn't expect it to be you guys.
Hell, we
Well-
didn't expect to be seeing you here this morning either.
We're on a truce, right? This isn't round 2. I'm looking at Hardek when I say that.
Man, I ain't high enough for this.
I hope
No.
you brought an appetite, Banshee. And then it slides a 10 stack of pancakes.
Hardek just half like smile, but half like grimace on his face, just goes, Kindler tradition says that we do not fight before breakfast or after dinner. Didn't help it from happening the other day, but still. All right, well, you have to give me that one at least. I was a bit agitated, and you pulled the robbery after dinner time anyway. So, what is dinner time on this planet, anyways? Frankly, as he walks up to the side and sits at a booth and begins just shoveling pancakes onto his plate and then dumping syrup over them as if he's trying to drown them.
He's mumbling, "Die, pancakes, die."
The syrup seems to soak into these pancakes like they're industrial grade sponges. Something's off about these
They
pancakes.
begin to balloon up, and he's... Industrial grade pancake sponges.
Harlow slowly stops chewing.
I assure you, it is all edible material.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Slowly starts chewing again.
I'm sure it is. That doesn't bother me at this point. Oh. So after what feels like an eternity in the sand-sowing hell, I'm back here. And it seems that... Can we talk business, or are you guys gonna wait until food is done first?
I'm okay with talking.
I can work and eat.
Good. It would seem that one of the banks that we're trying to get our hands into for security work is being a bit resistant. I wouldn't mind hitting them myself, but then that would kind of negate us ever getting a security job with them. But if someone were to, say, find the exploits in Magnus Industries' security system, which is being worked on right now by my team, don't worry, then another team using those loopholes and sneaking in and walking out with a quite literally bank full of money would be rather good for pointing out Magnus's Industries' failings and what we could improve upon.
Interesting. So you want us to do a bank heist? And are you going to be joining us on this, or or are you our handler here?
And what is the reason that you want to hit this bank?
for business, of course. Tactical assault lawyers doesn't just do heist. I mean, we do, but most of the time it's against security industries and absorbing them and stuff like that. Or it's serving litigation at a rapid fire pace. But we can't seem to convince them that Magnus Industries itself is too low of a security firm to provide enough security for all of their banks across the system. So while we've hit other banks, their biggest asset is right here in Neo Vegas. If we can hit them and make off with the entirety of the vault, then we're looking at a pretty good knockout punch for them to drop Magnus, hopefully.
I see.
Hence why we're hiring a third party. And I figured, with the consoling of Jerusian's friend and my own benefactor, it would seem that I have to play nice. So, I'm willing to look transgressions, and even willing to hand you a hefty percentage of the bank funds in return for pulling off this heist. We'll then act like we're the heroes and have secured the rest of the funds from the bank, and brought it back to them. In doing so, I'll also look over you sneakily withdrawing the savings account of one of my employees. We've already recompensated him. It seems that our cleanup firm was a bit overzealous with their messaging. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah,
Derision.
you guys left quite the fucking mess in my apartment.
I will pay. I'll have the cleaning firm punished for it, and tell us how much we owe for the cleaning bill, and I'll give it to you. Other than that, the main point of this is, with this, I can also bring to the board the fact that you guys are pretty dependable and offer ins in the industry, if you will.
Mm.
We're trying to open a new branch in Noir as well, if you guys would like to work there. And I can offer decent paying jobs. Derision and I have already talked it over and decided that your seizure of assets will be 10% of what the bank vault owns. In theoretical money, at the highest peak that we've recorded, that would be about $1 million split between all of you, and paying back Derision for treatment of his employees.
You know, I'll skip my own portion of the payment if you can do me a favor instead.
So what are you looking for exactly?
I'm looking for one Dr. Romani. She's gone missing. I think I could use TAL's security team to help me look for her.
I have an investigation team. I can have them peer into it. But a doctor, of all things.
She's a special kind of researcher.
Ah. I'll see what I can pull, and if I can find her, then we'll make an extraction point for you to contact her with.
Good.
Now, what is your end goal with this? And you also said you would put aside what happened the other day, but are you going to turn on us during this mission?
I don't turn on people, especially when exterior forces are breathing down my neck, so to speak. Force ejection.
Forces, what are you talking about?
Jerusian benefactor and someone who's been a pain in my ass for the longest time. The Pathfinder is what they call him in darker circles.
So no hard feelings, right?
The feelings may be as violent and vitriolic as they want to be. I don't care for that. If I'm being chastised by this man, then I might as well do what he says for now. lest he send me back to that living hellscape again.
But you do understand we did not know you were his brother.
And
We were just
also,
trying to protect.
you did try to murder our fixer. You had it coming.
And he also stole an entire convoy of military hardware that I was going to use myself. So
Hardware can be replaced. Hardneck's life is a bit harder.
one of
The life
those
for some hardware is pretty big.
one of those pieces of hardware was an antique that we needed. So yes,
What
if it was just
kind of antique?
rifles and carbines, I wouldn't care less. I can get those by the bulk for cheaper prices than you would ever be able to find. The problem is hardware from that era is hard to procure, if you will.
What kind of hardware?
Bipedal robot.
Monty, we can hear that.
Are
Hear what?
you clicky clacking?
Oh, yes.
It,
Sorry.
it sounds like you're running
I
a
was
zip
I was
tie
I was
through his
ADHDing on this comb.
thing.
Fair enough. I do that too.
Now, what was that he said?
If it was arms like carbines and rifles, I could care less about that. I buy those in bulk cheaper than you could buy them ever. But the problem is ancient hardware like the bipedal robot are much harder to procure, especially since I forgot her name. That offborn of, oh my goodness, I'm forgetting all the AI names at this point. Who cares? That AI has stopped producing them long ago and is not willing to give up the schematics even to Omnibus. So, yes, that was going to be quite a deal pleaser for myself.
So this was a robot in the shipment.
Yes.
I don't remember seeing a robot, and I looked in most of the containers.
Well, you also left quite a bloodbath of the people working there, so I can't
Well,
really
I mean, they
interrogate
were trying to
them.
kill us.
They were doing their job, yes, as security. That's
Yes,
what
of
you're
course.
supposed to do.
I can definitely agree with that, yes.
Needless to say, I have two teams getting blueprints and fetching all the security data now. After that,
Are these your security teams that were securing your hardware?
no, that was just a
That was B team. That was B team.
well, more or less. Think of them more as a bystander force. They're there to ensure that no one peers too closely. So they're not used to armed people. They're used to civilians. It's
I will
easy to
apologize
intimidate.
that...
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
It's easier to intimidate a homeless person with a rifle than it is a person wielding a shotgun. There's a difference between the two, if you understand.
I do. I will apologize, though, for the massacre of them. As they said, they were doing their job, yes.
They had
But
just
we
started,
were also doing ours.
except for Hammer. Most of them were just starting, so it's fine. Fresh recruits are easy to find on most planets.
No, I just wanted to extend my hand in an apology on that. We were just doing our job as well.
As I
We did
understand,
not know the details.
yes, Jerusian and I have already talked it over. It doesn't. That's not a big concern anymore for me. No, these two teams are specialized in security developments and how to bypass them. One of them is creating demons as we speak to attack the security cameras, and the turret should be pretty easy to handle as well.
Okay. What other details shall we know?
I have another team procuring blueprints as we speak. As soon as I get them, Jerusian and I will form a plan, and from that, if it executed properly, should lead to us all getting a bit richer. I don't personally need the money, but the company needs a contract to survive, so I'll take it.
I
And
have a
not to
favor
mention,
ask of you.
go ahead.
You said you can procure weapons on the cheaper end of the same quality.
If they're
Isn't that a
mass
big goal?
produced, yes.
I was curious if you might be able to help me acquire some better pistols and maybe an assault rifle that are above military grade, if you know what I mean.
Hmm. Roll me a persuasion check, please.
Oh, that's a 0. I don't have a bonus on that.
How about this? I've seen your competence fighting solo opponents, but I haven't seen your competence as a stealth team. If you're all willing to do this job and pull it off without too many eyes on you, then we can talk about procurement of arms afterwards. But
I'm okay with
beforehand,
that.
your goal isn't to shoot anyone, so that shouldn't be important for the mission at hand. The goal is to get in and
Make,
out without tripping
make
too
them
many
sleep.
alarms. No, you can kill them as well. They're Magnus Industries. I don't care about them. Their lives mean nothing to me, quite literally.
Correct, but we do not know if they have alarms inside, showing that if they die, that there's an issue deeper in this bank, as far as we know.
It's Magnus
So the
Industries. They
best.
don't have biomonitoring like we do. I can promise that
Okay.
much. Like I said, I have a procurement team already working on blueprints and another team already working on what security forces they have and maps of the place.
So
I should have.
is Magnus the security firm or is it the bank?
That is a security firm hired to protect the bank. The bank itself, well, this branch is the Neo Vegas branch of. They call it Euro Org, and I hate them for that name. It's the stupidest name I've ever heard of. Frankly,
Must this be lethal? Must this be non-lethal or can it be lethal?
no. Like I told this man over here, I don't care if you rip them arm from arm. Magnus Industries' lives mean literally nothing to me. I just want there to be as little as possible alarms being tripped. The less eyes on you, the better. The easier it is to get the money divided, if you see. Then from
Understood.
there, the way that this job is ran out will also decide whether our contract is going to go through or not. Holding $90 million over someone's head is rather easy to do and quite intimidating, if I must say so. And if they don't need it, then Iris can use it as well, so that's fine. And as I said, from that point, I'm willing to from the performance of the job itself, I can then negotiate for you guys to get jobs working with TAL and potentially get you into better contracts. It's a win for everyone in the situation. It puts our past behind us. It gets Jerusian here with better contacts than the slum that he's been dealing with lately. And it will also get you guys in a more financial advantageous position.
But what does money matter when we don't have a goal to use it for?
What? I don't
You're
understand what
already
you just said.
you're already asking for a better pistol. You can't get that by asking nicely and begging with the hands held together and clasping them together. you're going to
Correct,
need to
but
grease
I
the
already
pockets.
have
Can I silence
enough
a laser?
money.
I don't think so.
Not really. The lasers are always going to make a sound. Same thing as plasma. We tried that before.
Just melt the silencer.
More so, you're releasing a lot of energy. You can't just port that out of the barrel. There's no gases coming from it. It's just a burst of energy.
Yeah.
But what if you used water to cool the energy so it made lesser of a sound, but you made it produce more of a projectile before it hit that water?
There's a reason why they stopped using water-cooled machine guns in World War I. It was pointless, stupid, and didn't work that well.
Correct, but that was for regular bullets.
Yes. All right. If you have a stove and you pour water on it, that's not going to make it any silenter. It's just going to cool the stove down, thus making it, well, yes, easier to put your hand on top of. I don't know why would you put your hand on a stove in the first place. It also makes it less efficient at cooking. Right? There's no good way to silence a laser. Unless you're using one of those newfound laser blades. I don't understand those.
Okay, I was just curious.
Everyone's falling.
I just want to say, man, if you cross us, we're not gonna just burn down one container. We're coming after everything.
I see. I promise, and my word means everything. I am not going to cross you. I've already been criticized for 12 hours before being sent to a hellscape for what appears to be 2 days before getting spit out back here. 2 days of eternity feels like forever.
That's very unfortunate.
And the sand gets everywhere too.
You probably shouldn't lose to us again. Seems to be unhealthy.
Yes, as do most things. But I still smoke, so who cares? Either way. That being said, I'm bringing this to your attention now so you can, I don't know, try to practice or get your head straight for a stealth mission, not a overall bloodfest.
Do our best.
Otherwise, if
Is
there's
there
anything...
is there any desert involved?
No, not...
Okay, we'll get them
No.
next time, boys.
I mean, if you want some contracts for the Badlands or to go kill some raiders, I can provide you AVs to bring you out there and have some fun. No one cares if a raider clan is wiped off the map or not. No one cares if a raider clan or two gets knocked off the map. Besides, it makes a death race more fun that way anyway. I like to imagine Harlow is saying this as he's stuffing his... Oh, Badlands! Oh, this pancake is so good. Oh, bad memories of the Badlands. Oh, this bacon's really good. Oh, thanks.
Be careful not to take too large of bites. The pancakes might soak up all your moisture in your mouth.
Harlow's green complexion goes blue as he begins choking on a giant piece of pancake.
I was getting thirsty.
The pancakes the piece of pancake is just slowly expanding as he's shriveling.
Yeah, he put syrup on it, so it begins like expanding in his throat like a sponge. And...
I did the heinous thing where the first bite of pancake I took was completely dry.
Didn't wash it down with
Now,
coffee at all.
That would make it worse.
Oh, it's true. Oh no. Why do they have to be so damn fluffy?
These
how
pancakes are really
long?
good. They're really, really good.
When do you want this mission to commence?
As soon as we get the blueprints, which should be done by today, maybe tomorrow at worst, I might need to put my thumb on a few screws to get them turning quicker. As soon as the blueprints and the security layouts are done, Jeruji and I will begin working on a plan together, and from that point, then we'll begin working on procuring hardware necessary for the job. If you all don't believe me that much, I don't mind traveling along, but I don't do things quietly. That's why I'm not joining.
We understand.
Banshees are quite loud.
Yes, the 4-gauge shotgun also doesn't really come with a good silencer for it.
So, what is your speculative time? A week?
We're looking
Couple of
at
days?
most next week. Probably sooner than that, though. I would
Ike
I would
sucks on another
say
piece of bacon as he nods his head.
I would say probably at earliest we'll begin developing a plan by tomorrow morning. At latest, it will take us 2 days to get the information before we can actually start forming an idea. I can try to wrangle some backup as well if you need it, but you shouldn't.
Ike looks at Harlow, Adam, and Chowdinius and kind of sways his head. Don't believe we're going to need it, but let us talk this over and we will let you know.
I'll at least come back with blueprints by tomorrow morning, and that way we can decide where we want to go from there. It's fine going loud, but that's going to raise a bit of a stink, and then we'll have to use money to coerce the police not to chase down.
Of course. We will get it figured out. We will have a plan to you. Well, we will
We'll have
let
our people
our
talk
deck
to your
know,
people.
and he will let you know what we come up with.
Does that mean we're all going to have to get some subsonics? Shitty little subsonics with silencers?
No, a knife usually does just fine. If that doesn't work, an arm blade usually rips them good enough on the inside to keep them quiet.
I've
Just
got
need to know where
two
to hit.
subsonics right here. And Adam puts up
Adam
both of his
Adam
fists.
flexes, synthetic muscles form. He's, oh yeah, brother. I'm gonna take
You hear
you down.
a clenching creaky of synthetic fibers.
I need
You
more
don't
oil.
happen to have any subsonic daggers, do you?
What the fuck would a subsonic dagger be?
Are you asking me to silence a dagger for you?
I'm asking you to make the dagger fly like 50 times faster.
You need a projectile launcher for that.
Harlow shakes his head. What is this shit?
Ike's still waking up.
Have you not heard of shuriken launchers? Those, while substandard, I mean, again, a burst from a gun can usually take them down just as easy. If you really want, there are some rippers around that can probably get you a shuriken launcher or two. They're not the greatest though. I'll tell you that much.
Hmm.
Other than that, I'm bringing this to you as a group because Jerusian told me that it would be better if I came in person. I don't know if I believe that, but it was his idea. This is my peace offering to you. And I'll even
Well,
let
it's
your
good to see your
friend...
face again.
All right. But if we do this, all's forgiven. Everything?
Yes, all's already been forgiven.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
This is not a confessional. I don't expect you to begin going off on your sins. Please keep that for the
But
altar.
I'm talking like that initial heist, everything.
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay. In my mind, nope. Now no one can get mad at me for stealing the drone. He said it. All's forgiven.
So, other than that, is there anything else we need to discuss? Any questions or whatever it may be?
Yeah, how you feeling after that complication the other day?
It's my 5th death. I'm not that shaken up about it. Quite frankly, you should be glad I wasn't in my exosuit.
How old are you?
At this point, 80.
80. Okay. 5th death. All right. I mean, we did pretty good.
So you're still a young kid, technically.
The body's
You're
fresh,
about.
the mind is not. Think of it that way.
Oh, okay.
Jerusians had 1 or 2 as well. It's not that big of a deal.
Only 1 or 2.
You get a soul coin, you can do a lot with it. Hard to
So it
get
looks
them,
like
but
he has a better KD than you.
Oh, whippersnappers like you. Young whippersnappers like you always starting stuff on the streets.
you weren't there for the Frontier Wars. Neither was Jerusians. He's got a long way to catch up before he catches my KD, if you want to call it that. Crude to even think about.
That is fair.
I mean, if you want to go by KDs, you should talk to Boomer.
Would that be
He,
your other brother?
no, that's Baldric. We don't. He's a bit of a story himself. No, Boomer is the other founder of TAL, if you will. He came up with the idea for the most part. I just brought the connection.
Now, how does one go about getting their hands on one of these coins, per se?
Usually you have to be affiliated with a noble house, and you get them for valorous actions. Jerusian used to be a spy, long ago, before he became a runner.
And what were you long ago?
Night pilot, still am. Night suit, technically. My brother, Baldric is a night pilot, I'm a night suit. Jerusian, I wanted better for him.
I see.
Anything else then? Are we clear?
I don't have anything else on my brain to ask.
I'm good. We'll discuss and then we'll let you know.
Genuinely think about it. I think this is a good partnership for all of you. There's a lot more writing on the table, and I mean, you're on the streets, not in the casinos yet. Once you're at the proper tables, then the betting really gets off. If you want to know more about Jerusian, you can ask him and the time he died. It wasn't glamorous at all. Actually, a bit sad if I have to think about it.
I'm sure
Otherwise,
this will come up in a few of our discussions later.
I need to get to work. So,
Okay, well, I appreciate you not bringing a fight to this today, and like we said, we will talk over this and make our own plan, and we'll have our people let your people know, and we'll figure this out. We will make it happen.
If I wanted to fight you guys again, or be frank, kill you all, you wouldn't know it was coming.
That's some tough words. Someone we just killed.
Yes, you also killed me after I regretfully hurt my brother, his wife, and their bodyguard, as well
Well,
as a full
that-
day's worth of work. And I didn't have my exosuit or night suit.
Harlow's gonna
Those
pat
just
the
sound
back
like
of Adam and
List of
say, "Oh yeah, and
excuses.
that stealth worked out real good for you last time. We won't see it coming, sure."
Real good for you.
listen, all I'm hearing is excuses, but
If you want to whip
look,
them
we
out
had
and
a long
measure
day of
them, we can
work
have
as
a
well.
contest.
But we were late to the party. You already had your brother dead to rights. That's all I'm saying.
Adam will put down his spatula for the first time this entire conversation and just be like, well, I suppose you'll be on your way. And just lets the silence hang.
Adam, he stares right into where your optical sensor would be, like showing playback in front of you. He would be staring almost if he knows where the camera is before you would see him stand up, put his jacket on again, and then just grab in one of his hands the plate of pancakes. I need these for the office snacks. Thanks. As he walks out the door.
And as he's walking out, Adam will add as a final punch, come back for lunch.
You just, as the doors are about to close, you hear, they better be good Reuben sandwiches then. I need 20 of them for the workers.
Hey, pay for your meal next time.
Rubens.
It's because he can't afford a raise.
Caudinius, roll me a perception check as you say that. A 14. Caudinius, you would notice that it's antiquated by now. Not a lot of people use cred sticks, but there are 3D, there are printable cred sticks that you can have come out of your phone that you can make into dumb denominations. You would see a cred stick on the counter where he was sitting.
Just let me print some money real quick.
I mean, that's the way in 3200 before, like, that was the main form of currency, was just printing out a cred stick and throwing it to someone and there's payment, or linking up and paying via cable.
Or wiring it and the receipt comes out.
Yeah. As he leaves, Jerusian just sets his spatula down, puts one more platter of eggs and bacon on the counter, and Ike puts the omelet in front of you and just looks down and pulls out a flask and pours some clear liquid into his coffee before taking a sip.
I'd slide him $40 and tell him just to give me the bottle from behind the bar.
What bottle exactly?
Any bottle of whiskey that $40 will buy me.
Pulls up a glass bottle of Jack Daniels in front of you. Sometimes he's a
That'll
real
do.
prick about everything, if I have to be honest.
Well, that's why we were. If you didn't notice, we were playing a very sarcasm hand on him. He wasn't catching up on it, but Tell you what, inside it sure made my day.
Either way, it would be wise of us not to cross him again. Not to mention, he has my master's becking at his call now.
That's fair. Well, I didn't feel like crossing him. I just, while he was sitting here under obligations not to strike us, I felt like it was a good time for us to tickle him, I guess you would say. But apparently he wasn't picking up on our humor.
He's gotten certain sense, but it's not been active lately. Humor, that is.
Do you have a glass for me?
Yeah, Hard Deck pulls out a like a glass. It looks sparkling. It looks like it was just came out of the factory. That's how well Adam cleaned them.
I would pour it more like a triple shot. Um, and hand it to him as I would sip off of the bottle.
You
So
just
tell us, if
shake
you
his
don't
hand.
mind, how was your first death?
I made enemies with the Empress long ago. She had me flayed, layer by layer of skin taken off by monoblade. Then, after 5 hours of excruciating pain with new skin fresh to the air, burning everywhere, like 1,000 coals of fire on my body, she ripped out my organs one by one with their little claw. And then she put my heart in my throat, and I
She
choked them.
she put your heart in your throat.
Yes.
Ike slides the bottle over to Harlow.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a quick swig out of that.
The queen is more blunt with her dissatisfaction towards others. The empress almost had a delight in making her foes know their place.
That's a lot. How do you deal with someone like that?
Usurp them. You ask on higher powers to intervene for you. And
Doesn't seem like much of a life.
that was the first time, and I believe the last time, that the noble houses have ever agreed on something unanimously.
Necessarily surprised by that.
She did worse once, but those are always rumors, and rumors on the net are half-cocked and rarely trusted.
That I can believe.
That's why you can't trust reviews nowadays.
Either way,
He
that's
chuckles and shoves another piece of bacon in his mouth.
that's my first death, and the only time I ever used a coin. The other one was on my brother.
Your brother
Not that
killed
one.
you the second time.
No, I didn't die a second time. The other coin I got was for Baldric to come back.
I swore your
What are
brother
these?
just said you had died twice.
I died once. He's died 5 times. I saw each
I
of those
must
5
have
times as
misheard
well.
him. Must have been all of them pancakes in his mouth.
First time by ship ramming. Second time by a mech explosion. Third time he got overran by 3 AIs. Omnibus eventually put a stop to them, but that took a while. And by that time, his brain was fried. The fifth time you guys did, and the fourth time he blew himself up with the nuke. Last resort
So
kind of thing.
why did he use the coin again if he was blowing himself up, or was it an accident?
He didn't use the coins. He has his own system he lives by.
Mm.
When
So
you're
it just automatically pulls him back then, huh?
his
Do
eye,
you know how many times your brother has died?
Baldric has died 2 times. I've died once, and Aldebrecht has died 5 times.
God damn.
Baldric and I, when you use a coin, you are brought back in a what they call they used to call them Lazarus facilities. TAL has trademarked that now, so now they're just called rebirth centers, and the name is quite frankly disgusting. And don't look it up online. I did that once, and I regret it to this day. But he has his own Labrys lab on his ship.
But what
Many
was he trying to gain out of killing you, knowing that you can come back?
because he knows my favor with House Bismarck is not as great as it once was. Wait in front of Opus, I don't think I'd be seen as gladly as I once was in her eyes.
I see. Adam, are you computing all of this?
Absolutely.
Could you make it more English or more understandable for the human brain?
Adam,
No, I don't think I can.
give me a
I
history
s-
check, Adam.
History. Hello, roll. I have a 9.
You definitely cannot.
I
You ro-
cannot.
You rolled the bonus that Hard Deck has to history. More
I
or
mean, I
less,
could try.
the way that you see that problem, the way that you see that story, it was summarized down as possibly simply as it could be. So, yeah.
It's kind of a mess at its base. Adam will just say.
I would definitely agree. That is why I was trying to hope that you might be able to simplify it a little bit more.
Adam,
Mm,
you would with that history roll though know that Opus is what is looked upon as the mother of all AIs. Some of the more religious call her say that all
Mommy.
AIs are birthed from her giving them the will to live. But you would
Mommy.
know that Opus was the first AI made
Mommy.
back in 2100.
AI mommy.
AI mama.
She will not step on you or show you her feet
Mommy, yeah.
or sit on you. You wouldn't want that anyway. She's an entire planet. Step on me, mom. Planet crushes into you.
That's what
Yes, mama.
that's what the metaverse is for.
Yeah. My planet crushing dreams are coming true. Yes.
Look at them big cheeks on that planet. Oh.
Those 2 mountains look like butts to me.
Babe be looking gravitational.
And then Adam starts thinking about Robro.
Oh no.
If only my Robro was a planet.
If only Robro was big
Single-
as that. He
single-
would never get
single
hurt again.
digital.
I'm sorry, Robro. It's a forbidden love. We're from
Single-
the same server.
Single digital tear comes down Adam's cheek. No, he'll never be a planet. Why? Why, bro?
I'm glad it's canon that I'm a robosexual.
Listen, we're all a little robosexual or robo-curious.
We're all definitely a little robo-curious.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's
Everyone's-
In this day and age, of course.
Everyone's dreamed of a robot stepping on them and telling them that they're going to die because humanity is cursed to always fail.
And then suffocating them to death in certain ways.
You know, everybody's
Terminator has gone from being classified as an action thriller into being classified as a snuff kink film.
oh my god! Everybody's gotten a little adventurous with the catheter bot.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh my
it's
goodness!
it's all
No,
normal.
You're definitely gonna have to edit a little bit
this
of
is
this out.
this is the darkest timeline we could go down. Yeah, everyone has dreams of catheter bot.
We're all a little unstable this morning. That's why Adam made us all the breakfast, because he knew we needed something to fuel our brains. Because
Yeah, he wanted you to all be awake as he mentioned catheter bot.
Also, Adam has poorly hidden a very old box in the kitchen called Lieutenant Daniel's Nutrition Block Mix. And that's what his pancakes are made out of.
Lieutenant Dan's
Lieutenant Daniels.
Is that just a different way of saying laxative?
Yes.
Because
No!
it feels like that's
I
a
don't
different
know.
way of saying laxative.
No. Well, I
No.
guess in a sense, if they're century-old combat ration, you're like instant meal combat ration.
You're selling them on the market as quote unquote nutritionist.
Make the pitch is make nutrition blocks on the field. Never go
Organic
hungry
Dan
again.
Nutrition block. It'll fill you right up until you shit it out.
You can't feel hungry if you've never shit.
Yeah.
That joke made me choke on air. I want you to know. And I hate you for it.
I'm loving
Be
it,
gone
man.
with
This is
those pesky
great.
needs for evacuation.
Chaldinius, I mean, not Chaldinius. Yeah, Chaldinius looks at you all as that you're being weird. No, Hard Deck looks at you all and, well, I don't have anything for right now. Really. But if there's anything you need, then let me know. And I'll let you know when I get the blueprint so we can at least start forming a plan. And that would be good.
Ike would look at everybody and be like, "Can we actually complete a stealth? I think we can."
I
We got
want to believe we
Chaldinius
can.
that can definitely get into everything any of their computer has. I was born for stealth. Adam is a stealth master. I mean, Harlow might be a little loud, but I'm sure we can make this work.
I'm sure that Chowden. I'm sure we can think of a way to make me even stealthier. I'm not necessarily the best. My black paint job will probably help.
Well, no. Hear this out. Remember them new suits he got for us? I mean, what's the chances we'll ever be in the desert, right?
Quite high,
Well,
actually.
How can they point us out if we're in ghillie suits, anyways? We're gonna be fully masked up. You can't see a thing on our bodies.
Guards, Catch
back.
the walking sand dunes.
They try to grab you. Their hands get all sandpapered up. I'm bleeding.
Or we can just
We're
walk
running
in with
so
a
fast
cart.
as they grab us that their hands just get so scraped to the bones.
We can walk in with a cart, and Adam's hiding in the cart, and we'll just put the ghillie suits on top, and we'll just be like, "Hey, is your delivery for sand?"
Your daily sand delivery in the desert.
Sound.
Oh yeah, I haven't had
I
a
heard you
sandwich
had a
in forever.
delivery?
Oh, that's what you ordered? Oh man, well it's here.
My first thought,
Here's your
though, is the
sand.
list of
We
priorities.
couldn't find the witch though. Sorry about that.
Yeah, actually, I think that's a good idea. Getting that.
In this heist, we need to, like, if we're actually planning a heist, we need a list of priorities first off, before we even look at the
Camera
blueprint.
control. Camera control.
Camera control, I definitely agree with that.
We'll
Well,
just place the cameras on a loop.
And
Right.
we're
I was like, we're gonna need like details about like what their security actually does, where they're stationed at, et cetera, and so forth.
well, but
Ships.
like our main goal is to steal the entirety of a vault.
If
Good
brother
thing
says he's
Adam
going
has
to help,
extra
then
power.
Albrecht will help somehow. Don't call him that on the street, too, by the way.
Yeah, once we get the schematics, it'll be a lot easier. We might be able to, I don't know, just blow up the wall and then run it out.
There's a reason why he's concocting the plan. That way, at least we have the disposal of TAL's budget at our side.
Oh, you're saying the other guy's got the plan, huh?
Well, he's getting the blueprints from that. I think he and I will work on a plan, or we can us all work on a plan together.
I mean, his last plan to take us on, you know, that kind of failed. I mean, I'm not saying anything, but like,
Yeah, he definitely
he's
did
like
underestimate a
one
few
threat.
factors.
And then he came up with the excuses to why he got beat.
We'll
I mean-
definitely see what the plan is when we see these blueprints, but I don't think any one of us are gonna hard agree on a plan made by somebody else.
That's why I
Exactly,
said
exactly.
us together as a
But I do.
group.
So, I do believe we could definitely do stealth.
Can we do
Maybe.
infiltration though?
I mean,
No.
I've seen a couple of infiltration ops in my time. It's not.
Stealth is not being seen. Infiltration is looking like you fit in.
Undetected. Yeah.
Now, what kind of role would that be? Wouldn't that also be considered a stealth role, though?
What?
Infiltration?
You know, that'd be like a
That
disguise.
would be either spells of disguise self or stealth checks. Lots
Or
of them.
like a deception role?
Maybe persuasion and stuff.
Persuasion.
Persuasion
Yeah.
and deception and stuff like that. It wouldn't be
then I definitely cannot do that because I'm a +6 in stealth, but in persuasion I'm a 0.
I mean,
he is
I'm negative.
he is the Johnny English of James Bond.
I got a
Let's be frank.
+3 in persuasion and a +3 in stealth.
So
Okay,
I
you just
hide
stand in
behind
front of
you
me
and
and
they
do all
never
the
see
talking.
me.
Either way, I'd recommend taking a day and just relaxing for a bit. Once I get the blueprints available to me, then we can all convene together again and actually do some tinkering around.
Sounds like a plan. You mind if I stay around the area?
Back couch is always free, yeah.
Adam would mention about the new transport vehicle that Harlow has acquired.
Acquired.
Ike would mention to Adam.
I was about to say, it's funny that Adam is mentioning, hey, don't forget,
Yeah. No. It's
Harlow got a vehicle.
What? Brain do dumb thing.
It seems you all are getting much more mobile. I hope I
Well,
don't. I hope I don't need to install wheels.
Well,
I got
no,
faster, but I'm not that fast.
The new vehicle that Harlow has acquired will
Oh,
be able
yes.
to transport you without making dents in it.
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
Yeah, so he has thought of you while buying this.
There's a good amount of space. There's also a drone controller in the back, so if anything happens, I just ask you try not to fall on it. Yeah, I just imagine
Just get on the
Hardecker's
back of the
drone
bike.
controller in the back, and he's just like, "You bought a drone?" Yep, I bought a drone.
No, Hard Deck's not even asking questions at this point.
Okay, good.
Hard Deck's not in our group chat either, right?
No, there is a different group chat with him,
Well, we have separate.
but you guys have a
ones.
separate group chat. Yeah.
Okay. So Ike would also be messaging in the group chat like, hey, about that
Everyone's
robot
talking.
thing,
Ike is
you know,
face down in his
what-
phone.
Did anybody see a robot? Question mark. Question mark.
What robot? Question mark. Question mark.
No one saw a robot in that heist, right?
I think we hit him too hard. You forgot.
As everyone begins finishing up breakfast, Hard Deck leans back, gives a stretch, claps his hand as the camera pans out, and fades to black. Executive producer Dick Wolf.
Executive producer Dick Waffle.